What's up, guys? Hello, welcome back to another video. Hope you're having a great week so far. And this week I have a little devotional thought coming out of James chapter 5. It's one of my favorite passages, one of my favorite verses. Just made such a powerful impact in my life, and I hope that it can be the same for you. So James chapter 5 verse 16, if you want to turn there. But I'll just get right into it. So it says, "Therefore, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other, so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous man is powerful and effective." Boom. Simple as that. Confess your sins to one another and pray for one another. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful. It's effective. This verse I've just seen to have so much impact in my own life personally. I know just when it's come to finding healing from things I've been struggling with, sin issues in my life, when I've been just real about those things and confessed those things in community, and when I've just gotten real and vulnerable and confessed to a fellow believer and I've been able to have them pray with me, there's been something just so real and powerful that's happened in that moment. I've just experienced this verse to be true. I've really seen that to be true, that the prayer of a righteous man is powerful and effective. I've experienced so much healing and breakthrough through the process of confessing and receiving prayer. And I can just think of specific issues in my life where I didn't really start experiencing healing and freedom from certain sin issues until I finally started confessing those things to other believers, where I started practicing this verse. When I started doing that, I started seeing real breakthrough. And so it's short and simple, but I just want to encourage you, if there's something you are struggling with, if there's a sin issue in your life you've been wrestling with for years maybe, and you just haven't been able to make any ground on it. Maybe it's just there's something you just find yourself going back to time and time again, you just feel stuck in. Maybe it's not even a sin issue necessarily, but there's just something you're really wrestling with in life right now, something you're really struggling through. I'd encourage you, take the words of this passage seriously. Confess what you're going through to a fellow believer and pray with them. Allow them to pray over you. I believe there's just power in that, and it will be effective. It may be the thing that you need, that maybe you just haven't done this yet, and it may be the one thing that you've been needing to finally find healing or breakthrough or overcome what you're wrestling with, what you're going through. And I just know that the enemy, one of his greatest weapons is isolation. One of the first things he'll do when you sin, when you mess up, when you're struggling, is he'll try to get you to retreat into isolation. He'll try to make you want to hide what you're going through, because he knows when he has you alone, when he can keep what you're wrestling with in the dark, then he kind of has the upper hand on you. But when we begin to confess things, when we take things out of the dark and into the light, the enemy is powerless against that. There's nothing he can do about it. And now you're no longer just fighting on your own. You're no longer just you and yourself with your own struggles. You're allowing other people to come and stand beside you. And now, instead of you just fighting, you have 2 or 3 people fighting the battle with you. We need to allow others to help carry our burdens, to help fight for us. I believe God has called us to be in community for a reason. It's so that we can fight our battles for one another through prayer and through just being there for each other, not allowing each other to be alone. So don't allow yourself to be alone in what you're wrestling with right now, whatever you're struggling with right now. I encourage you, find someone this week that you trust, that you can confess to, and that you can pray with. I believe you'll begin to start seeing some real just breakthrough and healing from that. And I believe you're going to begin to see the enemy defeated in your life as you practice confession and prayer with other believers. So just encourage you to do that this week. If you've never done that, maybe it's time to start. So that's all I have for you. Just something that's really been impactful in my life, and I just wanted to share with you guys and encourage you to do. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you for our next video. We'll see you at small group this Saturday. I'm excited. So, yeah, thanks for watching.